So, welcome to Melanated Minds, empowering Black women creatives in the comic book and manga space. Your number one podcast to get to know all the amazing Black women that live in this space. And this podcast was born from a crazy idea that I put off for 3 years and finally did. And you know what? I'm so glad I did it. This season, our topic is intersectionality. And it's such an important topic. And I'm starting to see more and more why it's even more important than I thought to begin with right now. I, I'm not gonna lie. There's been an intense and entirely too heated argument about the importance of women in the writing room. Something that we keep talking about, something that we keep impressing upon why it's so important. If you want women, especially Black women, characters in your shows, movies, comics, manga, and all these things, it's very important to have these women in the writing room. We have seen how shows and stories suffer and how the women characters of these shows and stories suffer when there is not a single woman in the writing room. When there are women in a story, there should be a woman in that room. When there are Black women in a story, there should be a Black woman in that room. When there are gay women in a story, there should be gay women in that room. When there are trans women in a story, there should be trans women in that room. And that doesn't always even have to mean physically. There will be a speculative fiction author on the show this season, amazing author, but she also happens to work for a comic book company. And we talk about the importance of having her write these stories that she's writing and what got her to start writing. So, Black women, my advice to you right now in these uncertain times, stay safe. Disconnect yourself from situations where you don't feel safe. Keep writing, keep creating. And like I always say, a small spark can create a big flame. And I'm going to insert a piece from the first season for the Creative Challenge right here to go out on, because it's the same as it was season one. And I want some people to really jump in here and do this creative challenge this season. It's my fault for it not happening last season the way it could have and not as big as it could have because I didn't promote it as much. This season is going to be different. Insert here. Remember that small flame and remember the big spark that it can create. Thank you for watching Melanin Minds, uplifting Black women creatives in the comic book and manga space. And get ready for an amazing